Man, dude came around the corner. He hit him in the head. It busted him open. He was mad. He was hot. I was like, oh, shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So, he was like, I'm going to get my brother. Let alone his brother older than me, but it was two of the motherfuckers. I was like, damn, it's two of you motherfuckers. So, they chasing me around the car. This was in Jackson Ward, too, just to let you know. Shit. They chasing me around the car. I'm like, holy shit, I'm about to get my ass.
Where's your brother?
My brother was little. We was little, bro.
He said he could have helped out.
Nah, this little nigga won't go help.
he was watching from the window like, damn, my brother getting his ass beat.
Man, that shit was funny. So the
fight back.
Yeah, I know. Literally, that's how it sounded.
You all right? You all right?
I'm running around the car. I'm running around the car. This motherfucker got a 2x4. You want to hit people with rocks? I'm like, hold on, bro. A rock and a 2x4 is two different things.
I got a bad feeling about this.
What's going on, everybody, man? This is the Crew 804, and we are back. I'm your boy, A-Rock. What up? I got my man, Jeff, the cool boy Jeff, 804, the way.
Look, man, if you gonna say it right. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Jeff, a.k.a. Cool Boy Jeff right here. It's the only place you can find a wave. It's the Wave 804, and we back again with another video.
It's the Wave.
Yes, sir.
That's my boy.
Yes, sir.
Look, man, we got a special guest with us here tonight, man. This man big time for real, out here in the city for real. Real big time. I ain't got no applause button. You feel what I'm saying? All I got breath.
My hot breath.
Yo, we got my man Mal in the building. What's going on, bro?
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Mal, a.k.a. A Mal. You cooking me locked in with the Crew 804. Let's go.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? How you been, man?
Man, I'm coolin', man. Fresh off work, man. Had to come, tap in with the crew. You
tap
feel
in,
me? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. He smelled like he just clocked out.
Wait.
Wait a minute. But no, man, fresh out the clock, though. Fresh off the clock, man. We here. We in the building. So for everybody who might not know, what would they know you from?
Shit. I do a lot of different shit. I'm a producer though. Mainly, like, niggas probably know me from like producing and engineering.
Yeah, he got some big names on his belt though.
Yeah,
he got some big names on his belt.
So, I produce for some of your favorite artists: Black Youngster, Pusha T, Lil Gotti, Trey Songz, Davido. I ain't even gonna do all that, but we here though. We locked in with the crew. That's all that matter right now. You feel me?
Yes,
man.
Sir. So I want to get into a lot of different things. I definitely want to, hear your backstory. You know what I'm saying? Where you from, and your start and actually just like you're starting in the producer game.
Word. So I'm from a county called King and Queen County. So King and Queen is right smack in the middle of let's say Newport News and Richmond. If you were to like find like a middle point, it would be like New Kent, King and Queen area.
Right. That's for all the people who ain't from Virginia.
So I'm from the rural, very small county. I was born in Richmond, but I grew up there probably until like second grade is when we actually moved to Richmond. That was like 2002. But yeah, so I'm from a small town. Everybody know everybody, you know what I'm saying? Community very tight knit. Grew up in church, definitely that's kind of like musically where I kind of developed, just a love for music and, just being in church every Sunday and listening to the choirs and listening to all the instruments and learning different instruments and things of that sort. So shout out to the church, man, all the church boys, church girls out there for real, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and it kind of grew from there. When we moved to Richmond in 2002, my mom had met my stepdad, and my stepdad, shout out to Slim Steel, shout out to my stepdad John.
Shout out.
So he was a producer and engineer and aspiring artist and stuff like that. So we always had a studio in the crib. I grew up in those apartments right behind the BP gas station on Chamberlain, Gate Oaks.
Yeah.
Damn, you was in the trenches.
Yeah,
you was in the trenches.
For real. I seen a lot of shit as a kid.
Yes, you had to.
Yeah, but
Chamberlain.
yeah, for real. But yeah, it's like I said, we had the studio in the apartment. We was on the top floor, and that was 2915. 2915 was the apartment building that we were in, and,
right?
You know, so that's really where everything kind of grew from, right? For me, so
yes. All right. So when you was growing up in that area, right, and you seen all those different things, and then again we have choices where we see ourselves want to be, where we see the people in the streets, or what we see on like TV and stuff like that. How was you still able to keep yourself on the straight and narrow path, even though you seen things outside that was kind of like detrimental as far as like you seeing at a young age?
I mean, that it was never me. You feel me? Like as much as I was like that was my environment, I was never forced in a situation where I had to, you know, like I wasn't outside with niggas for real. I was inside playing the game, like, you know what I'm saying, in the studio for real. So like, and like a lot of times too, like I was a homebody and I miss the country. Like when I get money for real, like I'm moving back to the country so I can have my land and my space. Like that's the environment that
he gonna Dave Chappelle that shit.
Yeah, for real.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, like every weekend I was going back to the country. And that was where like I felt like centered and like solitude, and I could really like be myself for real. Was out there. But you know, as I got older and you know, started making more friends and stuff like that. Obviously, like, you know, I was in the city more and I wasn't in the streets per se, but like I was just out and about, you know what I'm saying? Mingling with certain people and whatnot. But like my heart and really like who I am is county, like, you know what I'm saying, being there and growing up there in that environment. So that's never gonna leave me. KQ always gonna be right here. So
Yeah, that's a fact. So now I wanna figure out what was the start, like what got you into producing?
And to produce. So like I said,
like, because I know you had the studio in the crib. Did you want to be an artist, or did you always wanted to be behind the scenes?
No. So definitely. So boom, probably around 8th grade year. Like I said, we had the studio in the crib, and I was like, that's like around that time was when I started like wanting to like mess around with it. Cause like as a kid, for real, like I didn't even really like it or take a liking to it. It was kind of like annoying in a way. We had different people in and out the crib recording all the time. Like it was almost more of a nuisance than it was a love. You know what I'm saying?
So but, you knew about the business early.
Nah, for real. Like my stepdad was running sessions. Like we literally, like our coat closet in our apartment was literally a vocal booth. Like for real.
Wow.
And
out the mud, for real.
The dining room area, I wish we had like pictures or videos so like I could, I mean, he might have some, but the dining room area was literally made into a studio. And I think like our actual like kitchen table was like in the living room somehow or another. But yeah, the dining room was like a studio. We had a computer and a keyboard and like the whole nine. So like the whole studio was set up like the apartment was set up like a studio.
It's like a studio. That's wild.
Yeah. So like from being in that environment, like really by the time I got ready to do it, he had kind of like fell back from it a little bit, and it was just kind of there and around. And like going into high school, like I was just kind of invested in it, but also like I kind of just wanted something to where like it could be something that I could like attach myself to and like you know make friends and you know what I'm saying, do that type of thing. Like so I started picking that up, and I originally did want to be an artist. Like I was very inspired by Drake during that time, like making like sappy love songs and like sappy like, you know, heartbreak shit, you know what I'm saying? Wow. So yeah, during that time was like really where I was like just kind of experimenting and developing my sound, like you know, and just learning through recording artists at my high school and just, you know, building and like really sharpening my skills for real.
Right.
So do you feel like I mean, of course you have a big advantage, but with you having all this sound and all this stuff that you had that was right there in your reach, how was you so like very proud that you was able to not only do something that you really wanted to do, but you actually had everything right there for you? It
was a blessing for real. And like hindsight 2020, I realized how much of a cheat code that is. Like
the fam.
Nah, for real. And
the
like
living room, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a
like,
cheat code.
Definitely a cheat code. And like I say this too, like just for people with kids, that if you see your kid got a gift or like has interest in something early, like definitely try to like pour into that and don't discourage that, because the earlier they're able to like get their feet wet in whatever that is only gonna put them that far ahead, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely like just I'm thankful for like having my stepdad for real. Cause like if I hadn't met him, I'm gonna keep it a band, bro. I was so deep in the church. Like right now, I'd probably be like a pastor or something, bro. For real.
Yeah, my auntie says the same thing about me too. Because I like to talk. Because that's how I started to develop my craftsmanship when I used to read the Bible and do offering prayer and stuff in front of a church at a young age. So she's always think I was gonna be a preacher. But I hope I ain't disappoint you, auntie. I was still a part of the cloth. You hear me? Hallelujah.
We still love Jesus. All the way.
Hallelujah.
You know what I'm saying? To God be the glory. For real. No, see, I knew we was twins for real.
Hell yeah.
Hey, y'all was brought up to be preachers, and my whole family called me, you Dr. Phil. You always want to try to fix something around here. They're like, dang, I ain't doing nothing, just trying to talk to y'all.
For real.
But nah, man, it's definitely dope having like family that support right there in the house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that had to been a real big draw to why you became or why you doing what you're doing. Mm-hmm. With that being said, like being in the house, having a producer in the house like that, right? Mm-hmm. The cheat code, right? The cheat code per se. What did you see coming in and out the house that helped shape you?
So during the time like people were coming in and out, like, and he was doing the sessions, I was like, this was like second, third, fourth grade. So like during that time, I didn't really have like a super understanding of even really what was going on. I just kind of like was in and around. I would hear certain things, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously like artists would be in the booth recording, and like during that time as well, I did like write like little stuff like poetry and like, you know, little stuff like that, just expressing myself. Really like kind of going back to, you know, how I said like my heart was really in the country. Like I never really wanted to leave King and Queen for real. So it's like as a kid, it was just like, damn, I'm all the way out here, like in the middle of the hood. Like this is not really where I want to be. I want to be out in the country, like so I can have a yard and like, you know what I'm saying? Like
he said, I don't want to be here.
I really didn't. Like as a kid, I did not want to be in the city for real. So
that's something new right there.
Nah, hey, I could feel it. I don't know. I guess because like once I came to college here, bro, and I was like, damn, it's really busy. I mean, I'm only from Hopewell, you know. Shit, I mean, come on, Jeff, man, you need to liven up a little bit. No, but man. Yeah, I mean, you know, but you know what I'm saying. But I was like, damn, man, this joint here busy as hell, bro. Like, damn.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because I'm from the city. I'm from Richmond. And I went to school out in Lawrenceville.
Okay.
Dumb slow.
Lawrenceville, that's out like going towards Emporia, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So the other side of my family is from Emporia. So like even both sides is country, like, you know what I'm saying?
So you trying to talk about his family then?
No, I'm not. I don't like that.
I don't like that.
It's dumb
talking
slow.
About somebody slow.
Not the people,
the
just
town.
The town. It's dumb slow.
It's the pace. It's definitely a change of pace. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's a beauty in that, because it's just like the one in the city, you don't have your own space for real. So it's just like you think
that's fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is so close. You know what I'm saying? And it's there's a certain level of like community and neighborhood in rural areas too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in the city, like you don't know who living next to you. You don't know what type of shit they own. So like for real, like I ain't really with these niggas for real, but like out there, like it's more like, you know what I'm saying, whatever you like, if you need something, I got you. Like all you gotta do is knock on my door. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's more community, it's more community based. You know, it's very, very much hospitality, and like that's like where my heart is at for real, which is why like a lot of niggas in the city don't even really know how to carry me sometimes, because the love I show, or like how I show love, is very very much that, and not like on some like you know what I mean, that type of energy. So you know, I'm thankful for where I'm from, because it made me who I am. You know what I'm saying? I never changed that. So like I said, shout out to KQ. Also shout out to E-Town, Emporia. You know what I'm
saying? that man over here banging. He banging on the crew 804, man.
You know what I'm saying?
He banged on himself. He talking about E-Town, all that shit. That he
you know
banging.
What it is, the K, you feel me?
Now the banger.
Yeah, no, that's definitely great community, all that stuff. It used to be like that in the city though. Like,
what changed though?
Gentrification. I honestly think that's what changed, because when I was growing up, that same feeling you said, when you know what I'm saying, that community feeling, I felt like we had that, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. And I'm a city kid, so you know what I'm saying, I knew the neighbors, I knew the people who I lived around, everything like that. They looked out for me. I remember one time It's a quick story. I remember one time, violent. You know what I'm saying? I was getting jumped by some twins, and the neighbors helped me.
What?
Yeah.
Said, damn.
Yeah. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, that's the
love,
truth.
He ain't take an ass whooping. He took 2 ass whoopings.
Look,
What did you do?
First of all, I will say I was at fault. I was at fault. I was at fault. So me and my brother, we was outside playing around, and I'm throwing rocks up in the air.
Oh, wow.
Stupid! It was stupid. Yeah, it's stupid. I know. So I'm throwing one up in the air. I threw one high too, and I turned around. I ain't give a fuck. I ain't know where it land. Man, dude came around the corner. He hit him in the head. It busted him open. He was mad. He was hot. I was like, oh shit. So you know what I'm saying? So he was like, I'm gonna get my brother. Let alone his brother older than me, but it was 2 of the motherfuckers. I was like, damn, it's 2 of you motherfuckers. So they chasing me around the car. This was in Jackson Ward too, just to let you know.
Shit.
They chasing me around the car. I'm like, holy shit, I'm about to get my ass.
Where's your brother?
My brother was little. We was little, bro.
He said he could have helped out.
Nah, this little nigga won't go out.
He was watching from the window like, damn, my brother getting his ass beat.
Man, that shit was funny. So the
Fight back.
Yeah, I know. Literally, that's how it sounded.
You all right? You all right? Hey, man, you hung in there.
I'm running around the car. This motherfucker got a 2x4. You want to hit people with rocks? I'm like, hold on, bro. A rock and a 2x4 is 2 different things. So I'm running around the car. One of the neighbors, he saw all this happening. He helped me. So that's why I say, you know what I'm saying? It was community. Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened. And I think but it used to be community out there. But man, I tell you, bro, it's wild times in the ghetto.
I definitely, I don't even think it's necessarily like maybe even the area. It's just times. Like people are growing. Really, the pandemic probably set a lot of it off too. It was probably getting towards that. But when people were forced to isolate, they found out, well, I don't need nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm good by myself. And like not depending on like another person or not depending on community really forced people to like really just, you know, be very solitude, you know what I'm saying? Like very to themselves. And that's why I feel like this generation of younger people coming up don't really know how to communicate or communicate with other people or just have conversations for real. And that's a major problem for real. Cause it's like if you can't talk, you know what I'm saying?
You can't communicate. It's gonna be very hard for you in this day and age. You got
internet.
Mm-hmm.
They can internet.
Nah, they can talk over that.
Yeah, they can talk on those.
Yeah,
they can internet.
Talk on that.
But they can do that, man. They got different languages and shit, man.
Yeah.
I can't even understand half of them.
Well, I mean, of course, it's broken English, but it just don't.
Definitely broke.
It is, but it be like it's so funny because even you see like rappers when they go on their story, they write something, they be so mad, but it's like, what the hell did you just say? Like you don't make no sense.
For real.
It's almost like if Mushmouth was like, like what? You don't make no sense.
Don't get me wrong. I use that text to talk function a lot. That don't be making me look real dumb. I'll be reading back the text like, damn, this shit, what the fuck?
But that's why I feel like it's so important for like people to read. Like my goal this year too is read these 2 books a month, bro.
Okay.
That's smart.
I'm so serious. Even like read, like even my son, he have his books or something. I take an hour out of the day. He'll read his book and he'll point out the shapes and colors and what it is, and we'll go back and forth with it. Because I feel like that's important, bro. Like
for real.
Certain kids nowadays, when they talk, or even when you try to read them something, like, bro, why you trying to quit me like that? Why you trying to quit me like that? What, Brian? What?
Why you trying to what?
Why you trying to quiz me like that? Why you trying to quit me like that?
What you say?
Why you trying to quit me like that? I'm sorry, man. We take it away from that. But it's like, why?
The accuracy,
Bro, but it's true.
Nah, it's real.
Hey, question mark. Is it the music?
Yes.
Why
Is
you
it the
try to set
music?
me up like that?
Do you feel like the music have an effect on the young minds today?
Nah, definitely.
Is it though? Is it?
Definitely. It's definitely the music. The music has a lot to do with it. But it's not just the music. To sit here and just solely blame it on the music is like that'd just be that'd be unfair.
Yeah.
It's the culture too. You know, it's everything. It's what we see, it's what we watch, it's what we, you know what I'm saying, it's what we hear, it's what we idolize, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the culture. And the culture, when we were coming up, was even just more centric, like I said, on community, on showing love, on fear of God, on fear of, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Now it's just like, don't nobody fear nothing, don't nobody have reverence for nothing. Everybody wants to be something, but like, what are you really aspiring to be? Because people you aspire to be like what is their substance? You know what I'm saying? And like, we just gotta, I don't know what we gotta do, but it's just like, we need better role models, I feel like, too, you know what I'm saying? Better people for these people to for the youth to want to aspire to be like, you know what I'm saying? Or to I don't know.
No, man, you on point. No, man, you dead ass on point
with that one.
No, you dead ass on point, because it just let us know that we're not the only ones that see this too in the community. Because it's sad when we see some of these stories on these pages about these kids, and it's like, damn, you 15, you didn't even get the chance to enjoy life. You never got a chance to go to prom.
You don't even know what life is.
You don't even know what life is, bro. And it's sad, like, a lot of these kids choose this. But then again, it's like everything starts at home, too. We need to start holding parents accountable, because, again, like, if there's always choices. We know how hard things are. But it's like, I'll be damned if I let my child go out there and do something or be a part of something that his father or mother had to go through. And we be damned to make sure our child had to go through that. So we don't have standards no more. We don't have no values, principles, or no morals. Because you got people that's throwing water on old ladies, bro. And it's like, come on, man, that's not cool.
Yeah.
That's not cool. I don't know where things start to be like, that's bad, that's glorified. And it's justified too, based on, this is why this is. No, that's wrong is wrong, is right is right.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
So we missing that in the game too. Like the process, man, we was coming up. It's the process, the grind. People walking up and down to do this and all this other stuff. People traveling. People don't even care about that no more. Everything is microwavable.
Yeah,
it's definitely a fast-paced world right now.
Yeah,
because, like you said, the whole the disrespect, the disconnect, all that. It's so much disconnect going on.
Right.
Like we just don't. I can't even imagine raising like how we got to raise our kids now, because we're the parents now. Just let y'all know. Just let everybody know.
Right.
We're at that age. We're the parents now.
Right.
I don't got kids.
You're still the parent, dog.
I'm the glorified uncle.
That's still the parent, bro.
But you are a role model to somebody's life.
Model to the community.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing right there. You're still the parent.
Yeah.
You're still the parent. You're one of the parents. Like, we looked up to our uncles. Like,
Uncles held it down.
Exactly.
They taught you the stuff that you didn't want to learn from your parents.
Yeah, that's true. Real. That's true.
And
that's true. Shout out to my uncles, man. I love y'all to death.
And when I say that we're the parents, and we say, the parents have to start raising their kids right, that's basically us saying we have to look in the mirror.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have to look in the mirror. Yeah. We have to take hold of the responsibilities that are now ours.
Right.
Because we're not kids no more. I hate to say it. We all feel like it.
Yeah.
But we not. We got kids.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I got a quick question for you too, and this is going back to the music. When you, of course, you engineer and you work with people too, while in the studio and stuff like that. When you seen a certain person coming in and have that type of energy in the booth, and I know that you're just doing your job, but do you sometimes kind of be like, man, I wish he kind of didn't talk about this, or maybe be going like that? Because it's like, again, you done seen so many artists coming in and out, and you seen what the outcome is. So have you ever had that thought to yourself, like, damn, man, I wish this person, this and this and that ain't talk. Well, not talk about it, but it's kind of like the energy you're putting out, it's going to come back to you eventually.
I never really looked at it like that, only because, like, coming from also being an artist as well, like I understand the like the need to have that vulnerable space in creation. You know what I'm saying? So like in the moment where an artist is creating their music, like they need to be as vulnerable as they can be in order to get like a authentic whatever. So whatever that looks like for them, I like, especially being an engineer, because like what people don't really understand is like good engineers are able to connect with that artist on a level to where it's just like, it's not like you just hitting the button. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, or maybe like can in some way like relate or like understand where you're coming from when you're, delivering your lyrics and when you're putting this together. So it's just like, I got to be with you, right or wrong, like wherever. Now we might have a conversation and like through our interactions outside of the studio or, you know, outside or whatever, then boom, like, okay, maybe I can like maybe try to expose you to another way of thinking or this, that, and the third. But like in that moment, in that period of time, it's just like, you know, wherever you're at emotionally, like you need to be able to exude that and express that in the most authentic way to you. So like that wouldn't even, that thought don't even cross my mind during that time, because it's just like whatever you feeling, you need to get it out. So how can we get that out in the most authentic way to you right now? You know what I'm saying? That's where my mind be at.
I respect that.
That's facts.
I respect that.
I like that. I like that value.
That was a good answer.
Yeah.
That was a real good answer.
So,
like I gotta let you allow to express yourself, because that may be the only way for you to express yourself.
And that's what niggas don't understand, bro. Like y'all know I was, you know, you've seen me in Defiant, bro. I practically lived in that bitch. But like,
that
bro,
boy, man,
shout out to Defiant.
Nah, shout out to Defiant.
Shout out,
but like what people really don't realize about the studio is like, and Vibe can tell you too, the studio is really therapy for a lot of these niggas.
Yeah.
And like they might not be able to pay a therapist.
Yeah.
But the engineer ends up being that therapist, or if you have a good one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like a lot of people don't even have somewhere where they can really go and really be vulnerable with anybody, not even their own niggas for real.
You feel like that's sad though too, bro.
Yeah, it is.
That's sad.
It is. It definitely is. But then at the same time, it's just like how cold the world is today too. It's like you can't just be vulnerable with any and everybody.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You can't open up yourself to anybody like that, because niggas will use that shit against you real quick.
That's
you know
true.
What I'm saying?
That's true shit. That's true shit.
You know,
That's
real
true
quick.
shit.
So
That's true shit.
you know, a lot of artists really like beyond like trying to be famous or whatever. Like I just realized through doing it in such repetition, like it's really like you just need a space where you can come and express yourself for this moment right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why you keep coming in. You really think you chasing a dream, but for real, you just need to release.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah.
I like that. That
I
was
like
one
that.
hell of a ass. Yeah, you might could have been a preacher, bro. You might could have been a preacher. That's the real shit.
Street preacher mile.
Street preacher. Let's go.
Let's
I
go.
got a question for you, man.
Let's talk.
This is Nick. Nick in the background.
Shout out to
Nick
Nick,
in the
man.
back, what's up? Hey, so you know, I'm a filmmaker.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? From
I need you talking that mic though.
I'm a photographer, and on your side of the spectrum, as far as the entertainment industry to mine, I'm getting a lot of videographers and content creators finding themselves on the side of music where we are needing more music, more instrumentals, more indie, more platforms for like royalty free, or just like any any platform like that. You being a in the position that you are in, what advice one do you have, or what do you have any like platforms that you think in your perspective for filmmakers and videographers and content creators? Do you have any advice to look on, like for stuff that we can not get copywritten issues with when we're using some soundtracks for our content?
So like, here's my opinion on that whole thing, right? Definitely, if you want royalty free music, there's plenty of like platforms out there that offer that. But I feel like really to like pour back into the scene and like to further build a relationship between like musician and content creator, there just needs to be more work to where you develop relationships with these artists or use an up and coming artist song and allow them to make some money off of it, and y'all make money together. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how infrastructures and markets are built. Exchange of currency. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the creative space where it's just like they're really, especially here, it's not an infrastructure for that type of thing. We need more people and more creatives to be on that type of time to where it's like, okay, boom, like you might not have a whole big following, but maybe this song that you got is really dope, and I feel like I got a vision for it. I could use it in this da 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 da. So how can we make this make sense for you and for me? You know what I'm saying? At that point, you got to think as well, leverage wise, like there are artists that's probably no one is listening to their song being realistic.
That's where I'm at too. Like I'm in that same spectrum as you. Like I pay Artlist and I paid Epic Sound, and I'm looking at Music Bed, but it's like I know there's a gap of like separation between your artists in your local area, and then all the content creators, like the videographers and the filmmakers and the film companies and stuff like that need authentic
Vibes.
Exactly. And then even for me to like reach out to somebody like you, hey yo, you got something that can go with this? I see you a clip and it's like, oh, I see you an example song. That's the dopest thing to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And I agree. Like I think also too what content creators also need to like realize is like there's leverage in your position as well, because like really you using an artist's song is like you exposing that artist to your platform and vice versa. And like I said, a lot of times in these situations where these artists probably aren't even really having a lot of people listen to their music for real, or they need to be exposed to another audience because like all they have is the people that they know or people that surround them. It's just like being able to come to some sort of thing. Even a lot of times artists, independent artists that don't really have a lot going for them or whatever, might even just let you like, yeah, use a song. Like, I just want more people to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And that in turn helps both sides of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got a song in your, in your project that niggas haven't heard, that is dope, that niggas can get exposed to. You know what I'm saying? And if, I guess obviously business has to be worked out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not exactly sure. There's contracts and stuff that you can do in order to like license the music. They might even just let you license it for free because what if the song only has 1,000 streams for why am I going to charge you to license my music when for real if your project does well and people hear the song,
my music,
it's gonna do better for me. You know what I'm saying? So like all ego aside, like those conversations just I feel like more so need to be had. I know through my platform 2915. So we travel across the country doing writers camps and things of that sort, to where we like create we get like songwriters and producers together. I'll usually like rent out a whole studio and just have people pull up and we create reference tracks or create beats and this, that, and the third. And I got like some plugs for people looking for stuff for like sync placements and things of that sort. So just to like kind of be able to give people opportunities to like get their music heard. And in those situations, like these music libraries for like projects with actual budgets be having budgets to spend on music. So like a lot of times they'll be able to pay for a license fee or something like that to use a song or this, that, and the third. But just creating more of those opportunities, like I said, is really going to pour back into the market and really be able to make the infrastructure for the creatives like actually be able to thrive. You know what I'm saying? So definitely if you're a content creator, like don't look to go up or try to find, like, there's so many people around, like it's so many people, so many starving artists with great music, like that could really fit the vibe and scene of whatever you're trying to do for real. It's just about really developing those relationships and cultivating that for real. I feel like is what people don't want to do, because it's easy to subscribe to
epidemic,
and get the music and do what you got to do. And if definitely I'm not 100% opposed to that too, because some situations call for that, but like definitely like just I'm in a situation, or I think we should seek more opportunities to be able to elevate people. You know what I'm saying? In those situations, especially like as a content creator where you have a platform where you're creating a project that could fit in, maybe you could include somebody and help elevate the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like bringing it together. So
I'd be scared. I'd be wanting to use a lot of mainstream situations, but it's so much red tape.
Yeah.
And then it's not just the artist.
Yeah.
That you got to worry about. Like, it's so many people that's tied to that song.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that people don't understand is like you got the producers, you got so you might have a vocal on this side.
Yeah,
you might have somebody that mastered it all across the country.
And see that's a good point as well, which is very important for the artists. Let's talk. Like, pay your producers,
please,
because like, and this is a prime example of now you got a content creator, a videographer who's working on a documentary on a film or whatever that wants to use your song, but you don't even own the rights to the beat. You don't even own you don't even own the thing that you're like, I want just people to, you know. So like, make sure like your business is right. Make sure you understand the business that you're in before you know what I'm saying, go around trying to like big dog or finesse your way into a situation. Like, understand where you at for real.
Well, in that case, all right. So check this out. In that case, right, who do you contact? Who do you reach out to?
So that in what situation?
Like in that situation, like what he said, like you said, the person don't even own the rights to the music or whatever. So as
I reach out to the producer. I'm gonna reach out to the producer.
Okay, well, see,
from my experience though, like I have an experience
because I've reached out to, like I shot a documentary too, and I reached out to the artists, it's themselves, right? And you know what I'm saying, one guy, he was just saying, yo, let me talk to my people. So in my head, I was like, maybe I should just talk to them first. Why am I talking to you?
No, because that's a prime example of an artist not having a business together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if your business was straight, then you shouldn't have to go talk to nobody else but, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, for real, every time you do a song, whether you getting a beat off of YouTube or you working with a producer, like, you got to have an agreement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that agreement is basically saying, like, okay, I am licensing these set of rights to you for this song specifically. Right. Going forward in perpetuity or whatever this agreement says, this is how this agreement is going to work between you using my composition. And then whatever is negotiated within that is basically what, when you go to that artist and you talk to them, if they already have that in place, then they don't need to go talk to nobody else because it's already been agreed upon.
Right.
And that's why like artists don't really have an understanding of how to do business. They just want to make music.
Right.
And that really shoots them in the foot every time, because when a situation comes and they actually have a song that people want to use, now they trying to backtrack, trying to figure out, oh, now I got to get this, that, and the third right. When for real, that should have been done before you even put the song out. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, I don't want to get on my soapbox.
I feel like you having flashbacks, mental flashbacks.
Nah, for real, because it's just like
mental flashbacks.
I feel like a lot of people probably look at me like, you should work with more artists and this and the third. And it's like, I didn't try time and time again to work with independent
artists. You don't want to waste
artists.
your time.
It's not even that I don't want to waste my time. I have an understanding that people don't know. And like, I'm willing to educate. Like, literally with these camps, bro, that's really a lot of the things that we do is we go around and educate people how the music industry work. Yeah. How your publishing work, how your rights as far as like what you're entitled to off of these songs work. The sad part about it is that people don't want to learn. And then it's just like when you come at them saying, okay, this is how the business is supposed to go, or this is what it's supposed to be, everybody think they're getting finessed because they don't have an understanding, rather than like really taking the time to learn the business that they're in and say, okay, boom, like this is actually fair business, or this is how an agreement is supposed to be structured, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely like do your research before you get into this. And I'll say this too, if you don't do your research, you're going to fuck around and find the right one that's going to finesse you and get you in a situation that, one, you don't want to be in, but you think you want to be in, and two, you might not be able to get out of. All because you don't understand what you're getting yourself into. So I say just please, if you want to be in this, if you aspire to be a producer, you aspire to be an artist, you aspire to be whatever in this industry, like take the time and actually really learn what it takes to be in this. Take the time to learn the craft, and not just like the art part and the fun part of going in the studio and recording a song, but like the actual music business side of it, and understand what it takes to really, really do this. And if you can't do that, then get you a team of people that you can trust, that you can facilitate these things through. Because like, going back to what I was saying earlier, it's just like I want to be able to like provide more opportunities and do things for, more up and coming artists. And like, that's something that we're like, as 2915 in the team, like we're actively trying to like do and put things in motion and put our own money into. But it's just like a lot of times I even like been in situations where I try to put my whatever behind an artist, and like them not even having an understanding of how things really supposed to go, or the fact that if I'm putting up money or I'm putting up my connections or my leverage or whatever to benefit you, then at this point, like, obviously we're entitled to a certain amount of percentage of the pie. But like artist ego says, well, I made the song and I did when for real, you're not even taking you're not even doing a fourth of the work.
You're expendable.
Yeah, for real. Anybody can go in the studio and make a song.
Facts.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just really having that understanding. And I think like I said, through education and through having genuine people like us for real, like having these conversations and like me going and having these, you know, these talks and educating these artists, like that's really the goal with 2915. Our slogan is bridging the gap between the industry and creatives. So I want to make sure every artist is equipped with all the information that they need to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, like, when I first got into this, like, I had understanding of certain shit, but, like, certain things and certain ways people operated and certain things in the industry I saw, like, I didn't know. And a lot of stuff I couldn't even really wrap my head around until after, you know, certain situations that went left or, you know what I'm saying, that I understood, okay, boom, boom, boom. So it's just, like, having genuine people that are in your corner to really say, too, like, I done been through this before. Like, this is how it's going to play out. So you might not want to take this route. You might want to take this route. You might want to look at it from this perspective because looking at it like that might get you in a situation like this. You know what I'm saying? Like those having people that are really genuine and want to give that information is very important and key. So I know I kind of rambled on that.
No, man. You was doing really
So
good.
much gold right now.
Nah, man, you was doing really good. You was doing
If I had
really
a button,
good.
I'd been like this the whole time.
Nah, for real, for
Package
real.
this podcast up and
Go ahead, hit it one time.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The gems is like that. I ain't wanna, you know, press some of the other ones. The other ones are crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch your profanity.
I'm weak as hell. I'm weak as hell.
You can switch those out, can't you?
Yeah, I can. I just ain't. I'm lazy.
So do you feel like a lot of the business around, well, a lot of the foundations around the area didn't do too well because of bad, like not having good business?
I think it was just not having understanding. And then also too, like a lot of this knowledge you don't get like from just a lot of this knowledge you get from going through it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Wrong one. See, I pressed the wrong one.
It's all good.
But no, that's facts, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I feel like a lot of artists, like especially the artists like coming from this area, because like we were talking about, there's no infrastructure for real here. It's if you blow, I don't want to say you're lucky, but you're really lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even lucky, because I don't believe in luck. Luck is living under corrupt knowledge. That's nah. You're blessed. You're blessed. You know what I'm saying?
That was deep. I like that one. I like that one. That was me.
You're blessed for real if you make it out of this area, because there's no infrastructure. So it's just like a lot of times people get in those situations and it's like, boom, I'm gonna just make the best of it that I can. You know what I'm saying? And not knowing or not having an understanding of really what shit look like, then you know you might make a decision like really being led by ego.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it might be that puts you in a situation and not be able to like capitalize off of the situation for real. So that's what I really feel like the plight of this area and like the artists that actually kind of like do reach that next level of success is just like once they get to the door, then something will happen. Or like we were talking about earlier, niggas go to jail, or they get killed, or you know what I'm saying, or like I said, they let their ego get in the way of, you know, like what it really take to, you know, maybe you might need to make a sacrifice, you know, to get you to the next level, you know what I'm saying, or whatever that might be. And not being able to recognize those situations when they come is can be detrimental for real. You know what I'm saying? It takes a person to kind of be in your corner to spot that. You know what I'm saying? To be able to say like, hey, I done seen this before. So you might want to move in this direction, or you might want to pivot like this. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing I kind of want to like be able to be for artists and producers out here too. You know what I'm saying? Because I done been through it. Like I done seen enough. I done fucked up enough situations like on my own to like kind of know and recognize like, okay, boom, like, you know, you might be feeling like this, or you might be coming at it from this perspective because of how you feel and like, you know what I'm saying, where you're at. But the reality of the situation in the whole, when you don't look at it from your lens, but look at it from the, you know, the omnipresent lens. It's like, this is really where you stand. So like you might want to move in this direction or move this way so you might get better results type, you know. So
Please take your time. Please take your time. Don't rush it.
Don't rush.
Don't rush it. Because I feel like it's been an honor to watch you grow from when we first met and, you know, the Defiant days, everybody being cooped in the back room.
We met before Defiant.
But I'm talking about the moments. Those moments, like being at these places where you have a person throwing an event and you have a group of people just pull up. Yo, pull up. You got a cameraman, you got this person, that person. Like, that's what I love back in the day, where people really pulled up with no matter what you did, we network and we had fun while doing it. I just don't get how we can't sit there and have fellowship now and just embrace each other. Like, it's so many people out here doing so much dope stuff, but it's almost like, why are we
Fighting
trying
against
to
each other
over something that's not even there for real? Because we both struggling.
Yeah.
We both like, you know,
we
who the
both
fuck
trying
we
to
at?
figure it out. Like, you know what I'm
You
saying?
know what the fuck we, excuse me, you know where we at?
I mean, you can curse.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, but see, but stop using profanity.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but for real. But it's just lit because, again, I can attest to this man's work. Like, he had these studios where artists will come and play their music, or he'll play some on there, or he'll create a beat for all these people. Or when I went up there to Capitol Heights for his for the tour, you know, that was fun to have all artists to come over there and network. And the crazy part is, everybody could have came. People could have traveled. Like, you got to take initiative to these opportunities that's out there, because it's not likely that things happen like, oh, you're going to get another one. You're going to get another one. Nah, it just out of nowhere, you got to take, you got to do it. Because that's how we learn. You got to take advantage of these opportunities. Like, it's been so many times where people could have took a deal and would have been that, but would have been very unhappy because of what you was going through. A lot of people could have popped, but it wasn't the right time.
Right.
So, like, take messages from people that come up here and tell you this stuff that been doing it brand for at least about 5-10 plus years, and they know what they're talking about. Like, you can get real game, but you have to go out there to seek it. And I feel like a lot of people have too much pride to go and ask another man or another person, hey, how did you do this? Or how did you do that? I don't care about giving game. It's just the fact that when you get the game, what are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I
people ain't
respect
taking
what
that
I've
action.
been doing for years. Like, then again, with yourself too, everybody in this room. Like, there's so many things that we can take from each other that can help us, but people don't want to do that because, again, people may be selfish, or people just don't want to see other people win. And that's crazy to me, man.
So I got a
Crazy.
question for both of y'all real quick. Y'all been doing this level of content creating and producing and stuff throughout in Richmond for quite some time now. What do you think's going to help unify and change this landscape where we can actually start seeing some actual significant wins?
I'll let you start on that one.
I mean, to be honest, like, every single day I'm up, I want to be able to help out the next person. I want to be able to give the next person an opportunity to, you know, do their own thing and give game too. Because, again, like, I started this, I mean, you know, just not by getting a job with CBS 6 News. And I've been carrying on that weight for a long time. It's just, I had to do it. You got to do it. Ain't nobody going to help you. You're going to have a whole lot more failures, and people going to be clapping for you. Everybody's not going to be your friend. Like Drake, since we're going to talk about Drake, don't get too caught up in the hype and start to backpedal.
Yeah.
Like, your ego. Don't let, like, just because you getting fame right now, don't let that go to your head. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just always work and be consistent.
Yeah, and I wanna take this time to, like, give you your flowers too, bro, because it's just like,
Shout out.
shout out to the wave, bro, because, like, niggas don't really realize the longevity of, like, how you really took just doing interviews and, like, really built it into a whole brand, bro. Like, I peeped that shit. Like, you were like my first or second interview, like, Virginia Union,
It's
bro.
still up there too.
Nah, for
Yeah, it's
real.
still
Like,
up
I got
there
that in
too.
my interview playlist, bro. I
Yeah.
go back and watch that shit sometimes just to see, like, how much niggas have grown, and, like, just your passion behind really, like, just putting Virginia on and, like, highlighting what's going on out here is really, like, blessed a lot of people, bro.
Yeah.
And, like, I just wanted to take the time to, like, just say, you know, thank you for your dedication and, like, what you bring to the table, because, you know, without the media,
Come on.
like, a lot of these artists wouldn't have a platform.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's a
yo.
fucking
Sir.
fact.
That's a
That's a
fact,
fucking
yo.
fact.
Yeah.
That's a fucking fact.
For real. And, like,
Shout out.
the media don't get enough respect, for real, because
Yeah.
it's just like niggas will use the platform and then shit on the platform.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Please piss somebody
thought
off
you said you
today.
wasn't
I want
preaching.
somebody to get mad when they see this shit.
Hey, I thought
I
you
want
said
them
you
to see them
wasn't
get
preaching.
mad when they
hey,
see this
hey,
shit.
look, I'm not sub I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just speaking the real.
God
we just,
damn it,
we just
I
talking.
am.
We just call him out then.
God damn it, I am.
Nah.
You motherfucker.
No, for real. But like,
man.
nah, for real. And like, it's crazy because like, and we just talking, bro. But like, Nick, I see like so many people be talking about like when Glass go on his live and he just be like talking his shit and popping, like saying this, that, and the third. But it's like from certain perspectives, like I understand. And like imagine like if you were a person that really was responsible for putting a lot of people on and like giving people exposure, and like nobody gave you the credit that you deserve, but you made so many sacrifices in order to like build a platform for niggas,
Hit
bro.
that button again.
You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine how that shit would feel, and like no one gives you the credit, like, or not even say gives you the credit, just says thank you. I appreciate you for like for doing this, for covering me, for interviewing me when I really wasn't, you know, nobody for real. When I was just getting my feet wet in this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like no one has appreciation for the platform, but everybody wants what the platform can give.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You
And like,
still 10 toes
Right.
down.
Right.
for real, through
that,
it all.
still
Right.
10 toes down.
So that's why I said
Yeah.
respect, bro.
Oh yeah, I appreciate
For
that.
real.
And then also I want to give. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna give Glass his respect too, because he was one of the guys that I know out in the 7-5 that was doing his shit.
One of the
The originals that I was really seeing out there. Like this right here should show that we can be able to sit here and say, "Hey, bro, we here with ours. I respect what you do. You respect what I do. We ain't gotta be friends, but I fuck with you because you actually putting on for what you got going on, and we got the whole cause like working too. You know what I'm saying? So
for
I
sure.
respect that shit too.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So like I know like for me, I'll kind of like give some insight on like how I've been attempting to try to like bring shit together. So like I told you a couple months ago, but like I purchased the RVA artist like page or whatever.
Okay.
But I wasn't like on some like I own this shit, motherfuckers. Like you know what I'm saying? Like this is probably like maybe like this is maybe
That's
like
me, bitch.
nah. But when niggas thought that nigga Heartless owned that shit, I was like, yeah, nah, something has to be said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they was saying that. I was like, y'all sure?
But like the person that I got it from, like he's still running it. Like I got a team of people that like, you know, like post on it. I'm not the one on the like I don't have time to sit on Instagram and like post shit all day.
Right.
But really the whole purpose behind getting it was because just like I realized the importance of the media, one. And two, like I also see how fragmented the whole, niggas gonna hate when I say this, but the DMV circuit is. Because it's just like somebody could be popping right here in Richmond and DC not even know
Is it
who
toxic?
they are. Huh?
Is it toxic?
Very much toxic.
Very much.
Like toxic X toxic.
Nah,
So
that's
like really my whole purpose was like to try to unify the media by like building relationships with the different blogs and like this, that, and the third. So then that way, like when somebody come through and like it's popping in this area, or we can give opportunities to artists in this area, boom, boom, boom. And then when they start to use the platform to get themselves over, boom, we could press the button. All right, Glass, let's da-da-da-da. Hey, DC, all the bloggers up there, like let's actually, so we can actually really unify this area and like unify all three states for real. Even though people don't want to consider anything below Northern Virginia the DMV, but like really it's, you know, real
DMV.
niggas know, bro. It's the DMV, bro. I'm sorry, I don't care. Like whatever y'all want to consider or claim it as, like whatever that is to you, cool. I'm talking from the perspective of being someone in the entertainment industry, in the media industry. Like in order to get respect as a music market, we gotta bring this shit together, bro. And
Take over.
we gotta bring this shit together, bro. And like really my whole thing, like in really trying to do this and like give opportunities was really just to be able to kind of unify things a little more and build relationships. Like I try to build a relationship with Glass, build a relationship with Viral Virginia, build a relationship with DC artists. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just to like kind of build, like create that infrastructure that niggas really need to where if you popping out here, we can also like have relationships to get you popping up there and get you popping down in the 7.5, 7.2. So that way, exposure wise, you're covered in this
spread.
market. You know what I'm saying? So now when an A&R from the label is coming, it's like, okay, so who's really tapped in? Who really knows this person? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay. So damn, you're not even just in your area, because I see the DC blogs are covering you too. And the 757 blogs are covering you too. So it's not just this area. You got the whole shit on lock. You know what I'm saying? But people are so small-minded to where it's just like everyone craves the separation. We don't want to be like anybody else. We don't want to be together. So it's like, cool, I'm from Richmond and I fuck with Richmond. I rep Richmond. Like, fuck the DMV. Fuck all them niggas. I don't even want to be a part anyway. And it's like, it's bigger than that. Yeah. It's so much bigger than just, you know, whatever the area is called and what you consider it. It's actually like, bruh, music wise, okay, DMV is DMV, but Richmond niggas listen to go-go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of the carryouts out here got mambo sauce.
You feel me? I was listening to go-go,
you know,
back in school, back in college and everything.
Exactly. So it's just like the culture seeps through. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not, whether you want to accept it or not, like there's certain pieces of the culture that goes and carries throughout each part. That doesn't mean each part individually isn't its own.
Yeah, and I think that's too. It's the fight to keep its originality. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it would be dope. All three of us just coming together and dominating this part of the East Coast of the music industry, right? Because every other part is kind of like on a decline. We should take control of that,
and it can be fresh.
Yeah, it could be something new.
Yeah, but
but like you said,
but I think, and that's why if I have to be the person that goes through and carries the cross for DMV, for the real DMV, for the unified DC, Maryland, Virginia, and the scene, and it actually coming together in some sort of way. Niggas ain't gotta like each other. Yeah. Niggas ain't gotta even really be that. But it's really just like it don't. And the sad part about it is like the regular people, the people that don't do anything in this industry, like it don't really matter what they think for real.
Right.
I mean, and I hate to say it like that. I don't mean like their opinions don't matter, but it's more so like if the media is unified and the creatives are unified on some type of time, then it's just like that's how it's gonna be. That, you know what I'm saying? But as long as we're fragmented, if we beefing in and amongst ourselves and each other, it's always gonna be that fragmentation. It's always gonna be that tension. So it's never gonna be what it need to be. You know what I'm saying? And two, a lot of it is like niggas don't really have a way to get money together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If niggas could get money together, if niggas could like make money, and like that really be the main thing. It's just like everybody wants something, but don't nobody really want to fork out no bread in order to make it happen or to like build these relationships. And like everybody know the quickest way to build relationships is through commerce, is through doing business. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like forging that path and really trying to build those relationships. I hope a lot of people hear this conversation and just start thinking on the same type of mindset. Like, I need to be on this type of time too. Let's bring this shit together for real. So then that way we can really get respect in this market. We can get respect and really, like, you know what I'm saying, bring some shit together. You know what I'm saying? For the culture, for real.
That's what's up, man.
Moses.
What you say, Moses?
It's Moses, man.
No, the unification of the DMV area, it should be a top of the discussion for a lot of creators, a lot of music artists, a lot of artists, a lot of anybody who's doing anything creative. That should be the top of the discussion, because like you said, the unification will just make us stronger. It'll make all our brands bigger. It'll make all our reach bigger. You know what I'm saying? It just, being unified, it just make it so much better for everybody.
And it'll be more money. It'll be more money. Y'all beefing over individuality.
It's simple math.
When for real, it's more money to be made when there's a market. When there's no market, then everybody is scraping for change.
And it's easier.
Like I get comments, like my brother, he gets on the show sometimes, say it all the time, man. Richmond should be what Atlanta is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I've been saying that years ago. Whatever Atlanta turned into, I was saying that could have been Richmond. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's so big on Tyler Perry for buying the studio in Atlanta. A nigga did that shit in Virginia, Richmond, a long time ago.
Nah, for real. Petersburg. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Did that shit years ago. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like those ideas are new. This was going on out there. It's just they found a way to unify their market.
Really what it is, in Atlanta's a hub and a lot of traffic goes through Atlanta. They have the busiest airport in the country. So it's like people don't realize, like people say, well, Atlanta is a city all on its own. They don't need da-da-da-da. But it's because like the traffic that comes.
Everything going straight to Atlanta.
even when you're not staying in Atlanta, you probably got a layover in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So
fact.
much traffic goes through. Like now for Atlanta, for Richmond to be on the caliber of Atlanta, like we would have to get that same amount of traffic coming in and out, which not necessarily say it's impossible, but that's why the unification of DC, Maryland, Virginia is important, because imagine the traffic that goes through all of those.
three. That's what I'm saying. It don't have to be necessarily Richmond.
Yeah.
And so, like, when they was talking about the casino and stuff like that, granted, I didn't think the casino was the best idea,
Right.
but something like that is the best idea.
Yeah.
Right? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, just, you know what I'm saying, us being unified and as media and entertainers and creators and stuff like that, we don't have to have... Dang, my bad, y'all. This is Richmond. We don't have to have the big thing like the sports team or something like that. We just need to unify as a group and just figure out a way to make this shit a market, bro.
Yeah, for
Because
real.
it's a dope market. Like you said, all three, everybody got different vibes, different flavors, but it's still the same. It's still South. It's still the South. Like, you feel what I'm saying? We could talk about this shit.
Nah, for real.
We could talk about this shit for a long ass time, man.
For real.
But I want to get to the topic that you had, because this is segueing into a lot of different things, but I want to get to the topic. Well, we kind of already talked about it, the DMV stuff, but I want to get more into the topic with dang, man.
Hey, he over here had brain farts and shit.
For real, you ain't even lying. Hold on.
Damn.
Shit.
Man, you know what? You know what?
Right back.
Yeah.
No, it ain't even like that. No.
After these short messages.
No. Go ahead, man.
No,
I can't even think right now.
Can you elaborate a little bit more too about your writers camp too, man? You know,
That's what the fuck I was trying to talk about.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I'm over here. See, I'm helping you out.
This is the fucking writers camp, man. That's what I wanted to talk about.
There you go. Go ahead. Kick it off.
No, go finish. I was
But the question I was asking, man, you gonna elaborate more about your writers camp, man?
Stumbling.
Okay, for sure. So the writers camp, really shout out to my right hand right here. She's in the background. The biggest vibe, you know what I'm
Biggest
saying?
vibe. Shout out.
So after Defiant had closed and that chapter was over, I found myself like just being very burnt out with music in general, like, because it was just an ever-ending cycle of like wake up, do like 8, 10, 12 hours worth of sessions, like, and then half the time, I don't want to say the artists weren't good, but it just wasn't anything that was feeding me creatively. So
Right.
I was just burnt out for real. And that it ended, I kind of chose to take my focus and like really just get a job where I could really run it up for real and not have to depend on like
That's
rappers
facts.
without money for real to chase their dreams. Like, you know what I'm saying?
respect
Because people, like, what people don't realize
that.
is like,
I respect that.
We've been talking about.
I respect
Bruh,
that.
I love the creatives. I support the creatives so much. Like, I invest a lot of my own money into
Yeah.
supporting creatives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just like being in that rat race of like depending on people without real budgets that are chasing something to like help you fund a lifestyle is like, it's never gonna like, it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like you find yourself working crazy hours, really expending yourself and like your time, your talent. I really compare it to prostituting your gift for real. Because then it's just like it's like you're using so much of yourself and you're giving it. Damn.
Stop it.
You're giving it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
God, man.
Stop.
and then like what do you really have left? You know what I'm saying? At the end, so
You got P. Diddy.
take that.
Did anybody do it?
Sorry, I didn't.
Come on, man. You can start a whole new topic.
Yeah, no, that's a it's a whole new topic.
All right.
Talking about puffy.
Disregard that.
You know what I'm saying? Keep that man off the discussion table.
Nah, so yeah, so after Defiant, like I said, I kind of switched my gears, and I got a job in banking, just so I could get more experience and like, you know, run it up and really reinvest, like, you know, into what I was gonna do.
That's smart
with these camps. But shout out my boy Peter. He had invited me out to a writer's camp that he was facilitating for this artist named Thomas Dyer. It was a really dope experience, and it kind of got me rejuvenated and to create music again. And then my girl came, she's like, babe, you should do a camp. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a Billboard producer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which shout out to my babe.
Yeah.
And that's a major key too, man. Get you a girl that really supports you and like is down and like willing to go wherever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The vision take, for real. I'm so blessed to have a awesome partner in crime, for real.
Yeah.
Shout out to the biggest vibe.
Even when we don't understand. Even when we don't understand.
Nah, for real.
Even when we don't understand, it's always there to support us because you need balance, bro.
Definitely.
You gotta have balance, bro.
She was the one that said, "Hey man, you been in the trap too long, man."
Yeah. For real.
Come on,
Let's
out.
go.
But isn't it crazy? You have to go through shit just to find that one person, bro.
Nah, for real.
That's crazy as hell, though.
Nah,
That
for
is
real.
crazy.
And she like,
Conquest.
nah,
Yes.
for real. For real, she was there through it all. For
Yeah.
real, through all that shit. You was thugging in the studio with me, for real. She engineered and produced and stuff as well.
I mean,
so.
at that point, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
At that point.
But so boom. So we did the first one in 2022. I got an Airbnb out in Atlanta, and we just invited some dope creators from Richmond, and we drove down to Atlanta. And I just kind of, like I said, our slogan is bridging the gap. So I was trying to bridge the gap with my connections in Atlanta to the dope people I knew out here. And we got a couple of different studio sessions and, you know, just brought people together. We made some dope hits. And we were out there for a week. So really, you know, a lot of things came together in that week. So we came back top of 2023. We did Good People's. And a lot of people from out this area came out. A couple people from out of state even came out. We took the momentum from that. A month later, we went to Atlanta and did one at Loud House Studios, which for people who don't know, Loud House is the OG of studios, for real. So Lil Baby, Turbo, Gunna, like all them niggas came up out of Loud House, for real. You know, so, and I've been tapped in with Loud House, like, you know, since before they were at the Buckhead location, like when they was on the East End, like, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Loud House, shout out to Jules, shout out to everybody at Loud House, man. But we did a camp at Loud House, and at that specific camp, Troy Taylor, which I don't know if y'all are familiar with who he is, but basically Troy Taylor is the man that discovered Trey Songz.
Got you.
Yeah,
Got
we
you.
know him.
Yeah.
Got you.
Well, if you don't know him, you'll definitely be seeing more of his content and stuff very soon. He's definitely like a heavy hitter in the game. He wrote and produced "Sweet Lady." Would you be
Okay. Tyrese.
Nah, for real.
For the Pepsi Kid.
If you listen, if you listen to the song, it's actually him singing the chorus and the bridge part. Like he's a legend, man. That's him. That's him.
Hey, do he work with do he do some work with Push?
I don't think so.
Okay.
think so.
Yeah, I didn't, yeah. Like
Maybe
I
the
said,
wrong
yeah.
push.
Yeah, probably so. Maybe somewhere down the line. I don't know. But anyway, so he pulled up to that specific camp, and that was really just God, for real, just aligning things. So he came to that camp. It was a great experience. I ended up pulling up to his crib. We worked on some things.
Tough.
He had an event that week as well called the TTU Live, where he was like going through and breaking down certain things or whatever. Fast forward, after we got back from Atlanta, I reached out to him. I got his number and stuff, and I was like, we're about to go to New York in a few months to do another camp.
Right.
And I'd love to help you facilitate the event that you did in Atlanta in New York, and you know, in affiliation with the camp or whatever.
Right.
And he was down to do that. So we got another Airbnb in Jersey.
Tough.
Ran the same play. We went for a whole week. And we had like 3 different studio sessions, and then like I booked out an art gallery and had him do his TTU Live presentation for all the people that, you know, pay for tickets and whatnot. So that was a real dope experience, and just being in the crib with Troy Taylor for a whole week, like was that was an experience in itself. Super blessed to just be in contact and be like, I consider him a mentor at this point. You know what I'm saying? We work and talk. So definitely am appreciative for him. So boom. So that was New York. And then to end the year off, well, actually, we did like an impromptu producer camp back in Richmond. That was in October or like top of November. And then a week after that one, we went to DMV, the one you came to.
In Capitol Heights.
Yeah, in Capitol Heights. And we did another one to end the year off there. So, yeah, this year we're planning on doing some more and just keep on elevating. So I'm super excited to see where it goes.
I'm excited to see where it goes.
Bro, this shit is fun as hell, bro. That Capitol Heights joint, like how the way they had that joint set up, like they actually had scenes where like you can use for your videos. Like they had a jail cell joint. They had some, bro. That joint was official.
Yeah. That y'all was just writing. What y'all?
As a matter of fact, I did a little skit on my joint where I was like at a trap house or whatever, where I had posted on my page. I said, bro, look at all this coke up in here. Look at this. Look at this shit. I said, look at this shit, bro. It was funny, but bro, my girl was knocked out of shit. I said, babe, look at this. Look at this shit here. Look at this shit. But no, but that, bro, yeah. Look, we get right. Nah,
I'm Franklin for real.
Yeah, bro. And Mal, real quick, how can people tap into that though?
So definitely like just follow our pages, follow our social media. Follow me, Mal2915. Follow 2915.ent on Instagram, and we'll be, as we like announce the events and everything, we'll do it in enough time to where you'll be able to make sure you're there if that's something you want to be a part of. Like the response has been super crazy.
You will enjoy yourself. You will enjoy yourself. That shit was fun.
I think
that shit was fun. I'm not even gonna hold you. The studio set up and shit. I didn't mean cut you off. But the studio shit set up. Like bro, like they had a downstairs joint where it was like a big screen TV. My bad, man.
You good?
But that joint was set up, and how many like engineers that was making music. Wow, like people was watching TV and shit. That shit was it really showed you like you was in a real like fly ass studio. Like I'm talking about, I'm smoking weed like I'm a rapper. Like, I'm like, put me in the booth, man, some shit. But that shit was fun, bro.
It reminds
multiple
me of
floors.
that thing, J. Cole,
the Dreamville camp.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, very similar.
It reminds me of that. Is it kind of like, is a vibe like that?
Definitely. A free flow of creatives. Like I said, like we generally have. Like I book out a whole studio, so like we'll have 2 rooms for songwriters, and then this specific one at the studio in Capitol Heights, we just had like the A room, which is the biggest room, and like all the producers were in there on their laptops making beats and stuff like that. And like really, like I said, more than anything, I think the biggest gem is to be able to, for people who haven't been in a space like that or aren't in the industry or know what that is like, to come and experience what that would be like. And maybe to understand, so when you are in a situation like that, you kind of know how to move and how to network and how to do something third, you know what I'm saying? And also just the networking, because you never know who's going to pull up or who's going to be there or be around. And your network is your net worth. Like so many people are worried about growing up and how can I increase my exposure, when really like the real value, like I said, is growing outward and like figuring out who's next to you, because this person that's next to you might be tapped in with your next play. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So that's really what we strive to do. Like I said, bridging the gap between creatives and the industry, and really just creating those experiences and those opportunities for people to just come and network and be in a safe, cool, good environment too. You know what I'm saying? There's no ego. People know me and know the type of situation and the energy I bring. So I feel like, we set that vibe, you know what I'm saying? Wherever we're at, it's just like, it's a safe space. Come be creative, come express yourself, and you don't have to worry about anybody judging you or making you feel any certain type of way, because like we're all creatives. And my slogan is, there's no such thing as a bad idea. Every idea is a good idea, and every idea can be improved upon. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like wherever you have, wherever you're at, you just come and bring that, and you know what I'm saying? We'll develop you and help you get to the next level for real. So
that boy out here spitting fire.
Y'all have to go to the next event. Y'all gotta go to the next event.
Yeah,
that shit was fly.
That's Moses.
That shit was fly.
So before we get out of here, I want you to lead the people with some, a word of advice. You've been giving hell of game this whole interview. I don't even call it an interview. This whole conversation been a hell of game, man. And I appreciate that.
Masterclass.
I can't wait to go home and smoke and just watch this. I cannot wait.
I can't wait to implement some of this stuff you've been talking about. Dead serious.
Yes.
But go ahead and lead the people with something,
Man. What haven't I already said?
Man, give us something good.
That boy out here spitting bars.
Give us something good.
He wanted to be a rapper, bro. Yeah, a preacher. That's for sure.
Man, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. I feel like I say that every interview, but I'm gonna keep saying it because I'll give a little of my backstory, like how I even got into this situation. Young Land, the producer, was doing he was doing sessions at the old Boombox studio that was on the South Side. It was like $300 for 3 hours of studio time and a custom beat. And I seen that and I was like, all right, boom. I really at the time didn't even know who he was. But I was like, shit, it's an opportunity to network and do this and the third. So I pulled up, paid the $300, worked with him again. Out of that situation, I ended up getting management and basically getting entered into the industry, meeting all these people, getting these placements and doing this and the third. Like really just through building a relationship with him, spending some money with him at first. And then like, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, cultivating that relationship and him seeing something in me and saying, you know, like, let's do something. So like, don't be afraid to invest in yourself because like people who just expect people to do something for them without any proof of anything, like you don't get far with that mentality. So I won't go too much deeper on that, but invest in yourself, work on your craft daily as much as you can. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just always strive to be the best version of yourself and always strive to get better and be better. And man, just trust God. Cause at the end of the day, like I could have never planned anything or planned my life to go how it did. You know what I'm saying? As much as I tried to orchestrate things for myself, like when I tried my hardest, everything fell apart. And when I just let go and let God do his thing is when really things actually started to move and take place. So just trust God and trust in his timing because nothing is going to happen on your own time, especially when you try to force it. But as soon as you just like basically release whatever God has for you and just say, you know, wherever you take me, I'm ready to go, is when he'll, you know, open up doors and make things happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we just had the idea, like let's start doing camps. And, you know, that Atlanta trip where Troy Taylor came, like we didn't plan for him to be there. Like I sent him a DM. I was like, we're doing this. If you want to pull up, come. And he did, you know what I'm saying? And just from that, you know, and that dominoed effect into so many other things, but it was really just having the idea. And at the start saying whatever we need to do to make this happen, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna do it, you know, and God did the rest. So do that. And lastly, which I didn't really get to touch on this too much, but go get your LLC. If you're going, Amen. Go get your LLC.
Amen. We can always, you know, have a part too if you want to. If you really want to get to teaching people.
I know. I'm gonna just real quick. Go get your LLC if you're an artist. You know what I'm saying, and you really want to like be like do not even just an artist. If you're a creative and you trying to make this your a source of income, a side hustle, or main income, whatever. Go get your LLC so you can be official, so you can write shit off on your taxes, so you can start.
Exactly.
Nah, for real. And look, I'm like for all of last year, I was promoting on social media like, hey, I work at a bank. I'm doing this shit for free. Pull up to the bank. I'm gonna open up your LLC, open you up a business account, and try to get your business line of credit. And like the amount of people that said they were gonna come and do it compared to the people that actually came and did it.
I missed that.
Shit. For real.
I missed that. I'm tired of trying on my own, goddammit.
Nah, for real. Shit. So go get your LLC, move official, you know what I'm saying? And then that way all these expenses that you incurring chasing your dreams, you can write that shit off. You can build your EIN number, start applying for business lines of credit and doing like all that stuff. Because really the main problem is people don't have the amount of funds to be able to really manifest the dreams that God gave them for real. And you know when your pockets don't match your dream, it's very discouraging. Been there, you know what I'm saying? So definitely like that's one way that you can, you know what I'm saying, try to at least change some things in your situation and really start moving in the right direction. So those are my gems. I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
You need to run that back, Mal. You need to run that back. I need to pull up to wherever you say you need to be. You need to run that back.
All right, for sure.
I pull up my EIN number and everything else, bro.
We a lock anyway. You already know.
I got my papers. I'll pull up the bar. I'll pull up the bar. Hey, Mal, the producer.
I came for an appointment.
For real.
But no, go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead, give everybody your handles real quick.
Hey, man, look, it was an honor to sit here, be here, interview my boy, man. Again, it's a pleasure, my brother, and also to work again with my boy Rock and everybody here. Shout out to the production team, man. Without y'all, it wouldn't be no us. And also everybody at home, too. Y'all make sure y'all check out The Wave 804, man. All social media platforms. Stay updated. Click that notification bell on everything so you won't miss nothing at all. And more things is happening too. 2024, we seeing content all year, man.
Yes, sir.
And I'm your boy A-Rock, man. This is the Creator 4, and we out, man. Let's go.
I gotta pee like it ain't nobody's business.
It's the boy Mike, and you rocking with the Crew 804. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and drop us a comment.